Good morning, my people. Welcome to As a People Show, a show where we talk about sensitive human stories, discuss general happenings in our society, and profile ways in which we can do better for the benefit of the next generation. I'm your radio girl, Gracey. Welcome back, my people. Yes, let's go straight into the topic for the day. For those just joining, our topic is about domestic violence. The issue of domestic violence is not gender specific. Nearly 1 in 3 women have been abused in their lifetime. Violence against women and girls is one of the most widespread, persistent, and devastating human rights violations in our world today. Domestic violence is the violence or abuse that occurs in domestic settings, such as in marriage. In its broadest sense, domestic violence also involves violence against men, children, the elderly. Globally, women are victims of domestic violence and experience more severe forms. Domestic violence is among the most unreported crime worldwide. For both men and women, children who live in households with violence often show psychological problems from an early stage. Domestic violence can manifest itself in verbal, physical, sexual, and psychological forms. Sometimes domestic violence occurs when the abusers believe they are entitled to it, or that it is acceptable, justified, or unlikely to be reported. Contributing factors to domestic violence is a belief that abuse, whether physical or verbal, is acceptable. Other factors include substance abuse, unemployment, mental health problems. It's really sad that sometimes we get to learn something the hard way. It's okay to ask for help. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It's really okay to ask for help. There are people out there who are willing to help you. So when you're in a difficult situation, please don't hesitate to ask for help. Our personality of the week is late Mrs. Osinachi Nwachukwu. Yes, it's quite unfortunate that late has to be added to her name. It's really, really sad. Such is life. Such is life. That's what I will say. Okay, the late Mrs. Osinachi Nwachukwu was 42 years old before her untimely demise. She was born on November 12, 1979. Yes, the late Mrs. Nwachukwu was a well-known Nigerian singer, songwriter, minister of God, producer of Christian worship music, and her songs has really been a source of inspiration to Nigerians. With all this good reputation, she really failed in the aspect of her marriage, which cost her life. Yes, I said she failed in the aspect of her marriage because she needed help and she did not speak up. If she had spoken up, maybe the case would have been different today. I just hope others learn from this. Welcome back, my people. If you're just joining us, this is As a People Show, and we're talking about our personality of the week. And this week's personality is late Mrs. Osinachi Nwachukwu. The news of her death really brought out numerous reactions from Nigerians. It has been heard that her husband hit her on the chest. We'll be taking a look at some comments from someone on Instablog. He said, "How do you even kick someone on the chest? It's really inhumane. How do you do that? How do you do that?" It's really sad. I can't just imagine. Someone that you claim to love is who you're treating as an animal. Even an animal, I'm not sure you kick. Here's also another comment from Olori Sport Girl's Instagram page. Say, honestly, marriage is not to be endured in recent times, especially when it is screaming danger. Another comment from Olori Supergirl's Instagram page. She said, not to blame anybody, but them not tie your leg for marriage. If your partner is abusive, leave. What will people say? Has caused so many havoc in the lives of people, to the extent of death. Regardless of anything, people will talk. You do good, you do bad, people will still talk. So what will people say shouldn't be your concern. Forget about what people say. Don't die in silence. So some of these red flags to look out for is if he insults or abuses you in any way, any little thing, any slightest opportunity, something that doesn't even warrant such to happen. He just insults you. Another red flag is when he does not acknowledge your worth. Come on, someone who loves you knows your worth. Other red flags to look out for is if he thinks he's doing you a favor. Come on. Oh, there are many fishes in the river. He shouldn't think so. He's not doing you a favor. He's doing him a favor. When he does not support or believes in your vision. It takes what you do or what you think, your opinions as trash. Please rethink that relationship. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is As a People Show, and our topic of discussion today has been domestic violence. Well, on this segment, we'll be having a guest. She's a secondary survivor of domestic violence. We'll be getting to hear from her and know how she survived, what steps she took. Good morning. Please, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Sandra Adeyeye Bello. Thank you for having me.
You are a survivor of domestic violence. Can you tell us what happened?
So, first things first, I am a secondary survivor of domestic violence. My mother was the primary victim. So, the difference is she married the abuser. I only experienced most of the spillovers from her suffering.
Was there any physical effects of the violence on you?
The physical effect of the violence was majorly the fact that I got to nurse my mom's injuries. And I also got beaten myself once in a while. So, yeah, I think that answers it.
What do you think is important for people to know?
Firstly, there is hope as long as there is life. People will always talk. That's one thing. Because a lot of times I remember asking my mother why she stayed, and then she kept going, people this, people that, where will she go now, where will she start from, and so on. Abusers don't change. The moment they have started it, the moment you've gotten to that point, you've started it, it's only going to keep growing. People need to understand this. And it gets more violent, more frustrating, more embarrassing at every stage. At the end of the day, you feel like you're worthless. You have nothing else outside there. Nobody would love you anymore. No one will want to, marry you if, marriage is on your list of things that you must do on earth. And so many other things. You just start doubting your reality, basically, and you feel like the abuse is all you deserve. And sometimes because these things are perpetrated from religious angles against women, it begins to feel like that's your call. As funny as that sounds, the truth is, yes, a lot of people begin to think, okay, maybe that's how God wants my life to be, or the truth is, realities can change. Realities can change. It only starts with a decision. You chose to stay where you are. You can choose to up and leave. It's not an easy decision, but which decision is actually easy? It starts from making up your mind.
How has the experience impacted your life?
If I'm being honest, I would say the experience has made me the woman I am today. I am a mom to a very beautiful baby girl. I am a wife, mental wellness advocate, and filmmaker. I can boldly say I am self-aware, and self-development is top-notch on my to-do list. I know my deal breakers, and I constantly enforce my boundaries. From a very young age, I tell people who care to listen that I never wanted to become my mother. Yes, I saw how she suffered. In fact, a lot of people knew me way back when I used to hate the concept of marriage because I felt like it was meant to cage the woman. And over time, it has evolved into advocating for women, gender advocacy. And the beautiful part of what I do is I thank God because I studied media, where I can express myself in different forms through different medias. And I created my business, the Different Woman Network, to help me merge my passion for gender advocacy and my career in the media. And that's why I do most of what I do. So if I am being honest, the experience really has impacted me because now I know there is a lot of fight out there and I need to fight for a lot of women who cannot fight for themselves. So today I do so by empowering women mentally and financially. How do I mean? I try to create content that educates, informs the woman about her rights, about her mental wellness, and also find ways that women can become financially relevant. We educate her about her mental wellness, the need for therapy, the need for counseling, to build back her self-esteem, her self-confidence, her self-worth, and then she needs to stand on her feet. She needs to do something. She needs to start earning money, no matter how small, because there is always that tendency to relapse, to feel like, oh, the abuser provided, a meal or two for them, and she'll feel like going back.
How were you able to overcome domestic violence? Was there any barrier?
I'm going to tie this to point number one, where I am the secondary survivor. So mine would majorly be about the traumas I suffered and how I managed to cope. A lot of decisions I made in my life, way back as a young girl growing up were really terrible decisions because there is a tendency, there is that popular quote that abuse people. I couldn't give from what I did not have. So I made a lot of terrible decisions, but I found therapy. I found counseling. And that's the saving grace. The ability to be able to talk. Yes, there is talk therapy. A lot of victims can transcend to survivors the moment they can admit the truth to themselves. So for me, it started from admitting that something was wrong with me. I had suffered so much as a child that I could not even voice out. A lot of pain, anger, and so much bitterness were stored up inside me that there was no room for love. I had to come to the realization and be able to confess it, to admit it to myself first, that, hey, something was wrong with me. And it took that confession, it took that opening up during the sessions I had to get over it. Now, I deliberately use that word get over it because the truth is you cannot really get over it. You only learn to cope with it, to live with it. Okay. So these are memories. These are not like computer garbage in, garbage out that you can just click the delete button and the experiences vanish, right? But these are experiences I have lived. These are that actually have triggers. So one would just learn to cope with them, avoid certain triggers, try to live one's best life, try to be a little more tolerant, understanding, know what we can take and what we can't take, know our limit, know our breaking point, right? The moment a victim can understand all of this, confess it, know what they can or cannot take going forward, they've crossed that line between being a victim and being a survivor. So that's why I call myself a survivor of domestic violence. I crossed that line. I came to the point of understanding that what happened to me does not make me who I am. I can choose to be who I want to be. So yes, if I overcame domestic violence, well, I can say at this point, yes, I am
coping positively with my experience.
What helped in your recovery?
Hey, therapy, and therapy again. The truth is, nothing compares. We all need a safe space. We all need a professional to walk us through, what we've been through. It's not necessarily going to be your religious head or your friends and family. No, you need professional help. You need to seek professional help. It's true that sometimes we have friends and family who want to listen to us, but can they help you, truly help you, walk you through, what you've been through without adding to your depression, anxiety, and even your thoughts of suicide? Because I know right now in Nigeria, when you're talking about a challenge you're going through, it's like a competition with the next person. The next person is trying to tell you that, hey, they suffer more than you. Do you understand? They will even tell you that, hey, your own is even better now. But they forget that we all have different pain thresholds. We were not all built the same. We all have different levels of resilience to get through each day. We all have different levels of resilience. So you want to recover, you want to get through whatever you're getting through, you need to seek professional help. You need to seek professional help. And that can only be done from a neutral body. Not your family, not your friends, not your religious, social head or whatever. A neutral body, someone who is just there to listen and guide you through your darkest moments.
What advice do you have for people who are still victims of domestic violence?
The truth is, there is no amount of advice I would advise on this podcast that they already have not heard or they don't know themselves. It comes down to that one decision, the willpower to make a decision to change their reality. That's all it comes down to. So if you're listening to me and you're going through whatever at all, deep down inside you, it takes away from your happiness. It steals your joy. It steals your comfort. You're not free. You are being beaten, bruised, abused. It takes one decision to change it. Realize, yes, you might not have the power to do it all by yourself, but hey, you need to reach out. You need to reach out to someone who can help you. You need to reach out. There are organizations now out there rising up by the day, fighting for women's rights. Why not reach out? Ask for help. Ask for help. Nobody will know. Nobody can do it for you. You are the one wearing the shoes. And of course, people are scared because they don't want to encroach into your privacy. Just like the other person who died recently. A lot of people said it. They knew, but hey, they couldn't do much because she was protecting her abuser. She believed he was going to change. She was praying for him to change, despite all she was going through. So a lot of people are scared now to help because the abused protect the abusers. But if you are tired of where you are, you think, hey, this is not normal, I deserve better, then hey, reach out. Reach out. Please reach out. Save yourself, save our society, save your offsprings. Unnecessary drama, unnecessary trauma. Please save yourself, save your offsprings. Think about your kids. Because of course, the person who died was thinking about her kids, about what people would say. But she forgot that now she's gone. Or she didn't think that if she died, she would still leave those kids behind. So, think about you in this manner. If anything happens to you, all that you are protecting, the image you're trying to protect, People will get to see it when you're dead. So why cover it? Let them talk. They will only talk for now. The best revenge is succeeding after your downfall. So please, nobody in this world has not made a mistake. You made a mistake. Don't leave wallowing in that mistake. Get back up. Ask for help. Grab the help you see with both hands and succeed. You can be better, far better. You can have a better life than what you have right now. You can be who you choose to be. All the choices are in your hands. So make one today.
Thank you very much for being on the show. So my people, I've been talking to Mrs. Sandra Adeyeye Bello. She is a secondary survivor of domestic violence. I hope you've learned one or two from what she has said. First of all, you must want the help. And second of all, you must ask for help. Yes, we've come to the end of the show. So my people, you can send your stories or what you would like us to talk about on our email, tdwnmedia@gmail.com. Remember, you can contribute to the show by subscribing to our YouTube channel at TDWN Media and share your views via the chat forum. Also, download the TDWN app on Play Store to catch up on all happenings on TDWN Media. Thank you for staying tuned to the show as a people, listening and giving your honest opinion on today's topic, which is domestic violence. Tune in, same time, same space next week for another interesting topic. Thank you and have a wonderful day.